What's up, you guys? If you're wondering why I showed a volcano at the beginning, we'll get back to that. It's just for a second. I wanted you to, wanted to get your attention, I guess. I think it worked. Today we're going to be talking about Castiglione di Sicilia, and it's on the one-year home topic. But today we're also going to be doing our raffle ticket giveaway. We'll be giving away 2 tickets, so stick around to the end so that you know who it is. But you're not going to miss out if you need to check out, because I always email it out as well. So anyway, but please stay to the end. It's going to be interesting what we talk about today for sure. So before I get into it, first subscribe to the channel, please. I've been off YouTube for a bit, but starting up in May, we're going to be pretty much full-time again. And been finishing some other projects. One of these projects, we're actually going to have a special live event. Thanks for saying hi, everybody. Appreciate it. Keep the comments coming in. There's going to be a special live event next, it's May 2nd. I decided to do it May 2nd, and it's going to, I think it was 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, it's good for me, kind of right before bedtime, and good for most of the rest of the world. Sorry for those of you who are sleeping during that period. Anyway, it's going to be something you have to register for. It's not going to be a public video. So you're going to have to, there's a link in the description that it's just under like live event or something like that. And it's going to be me, and there's going to be a guest host, and you might have seen him before. His name is Andrea. He's been on my channel in the past, and we're going to be talking about like tips and stuff for those of you who intend to make Italy part of your life, whether it's freelancing or in retirement or just like periodically. We're going to give you some tips kind of from a tax perspective at the same time of how to be prepared for it. Hi everyone. Hi Noriko. Hi Peter, Mona Lisa, Ore, Mr. JKE, letters. I appreciate it. Milano, ciao. Message retracted. I don't know what you said, but thanks for trying. Okay, let's get to the stuff, but go ahead and register for that live event if you want to participate in that. It'll have a lot of great tips. We're going to be looking at the screen a lot, and so it's going to be more than just my face. It's always a little bit more interesting that way. Just making sure I don't forget anything. I gotta have to turn my back here for a second. Everything's all a little bit crazy. So let's move to this right away. So just to show you, this is what that landing page will look like, preparing to move to Italy, and that's what you'll see. Next up, let's get straight to it. So the announcement on CNN was, here I gotta get back up to the top, I was reading through it. Another Italian town is selling houses for €1, and it's literally today, so you might have caught that already. It was sent again to me. I don't watch CNN, but someone fortunately checked it out for me. And I've got to look over here because I got to see what I'm clicking on. I wanted to tell you a few things about it. You can read through and get a lot of information yourselves. It's a lot about where I get a lot of the information as well. Some of the cool stuff is how many homes, it's not so cool that they were all abandoned, but how many homes are going to be available at a really low price, and some of the better off ones are going to be in the 4,000, I think that's supposed to be a €5,000 range. And this community, Castiglione di Sicilia, it has a rich history. I mean, it's a wine country. They have this article talks about what they're famous for, and you can go. I think that's at the very bottom of this thing. So I'm going to let you discover that by reading it if you want. It is a 40-minute drive away from Marina di Cotone. So we're going to look at some of that right here. For example, we've got Castiglione di Sicilia right here, and a 36-minute drive straight off to this beautiful scene. I think it's amazing. This is looks like a little bit of a pebble beach, but there are some interesting, I was seeing, it's clicking through down the way, there are a few like natural springs that are literally beachside. I think this one's going to be a little bit twisted probably, but right here, this is a natural spring that's kind of rushing out of the ground. Really cool. Anyway, so the one-year home project is, I'm a little bit surprised. If you follow oneyearhouses.com, they haven't listed it here yet. So it might be new news to like a ton of people. But so CNN has made it public, and it's roaring at this point. what you need to do, there's a link in the description, is go to the Comune Castiglione di Sicilia's website. And if you go straight to if you search on Google, you'll see this big banner, at least for now. Do not call them. I think the community put that phone number there and don't really realize the difficulties they're going to have from the telephone calls. But maybe for Italians, it's a lot easier this way. But I recommend emailing, even though it might feel like you don't get a response. There are a ton of properties for sale, so this should work out in your favor by following that and just kind of making it so they can manage it a little bit easier. You're going to have to, there are two PDFs. If you go inside of this link, I put in the description a link so that you can go straight to this website, this page on their site. Down here, there's expression of interest, and then there's manifestation of interest. And let me show you the difference. The expression of interest in the sale at a symbolic price of owned properties. From my perspective, this is for owners saying, I'm interested in selling my property. And it's in English, so maybe they're reaching out to those that are outside of Italy as well, because it does have it in both Italian and English. And then the one you're probably going to be interested in more is the one for the purchase of a €1 home. So you're going to have to fill this out, and it's all in English. At the bottom, I think it's also in Italian a bit, but you read through this thing, try to understand. They tell you exactly what the rules are all about. And basically regarding your building permit, how much time between everything you have. Typically it's a few years. One thing I did notice from the CNN article as well is that they're having an insurance policy case. Instead of like a big giant deposit, you're going to have an insurance policy. And I think I know why. Anyway, let's take a quick glance at some really beautiful pictures that I discovered as I was searching through. It's really just a fantastic area, Sicily. Some undiscovered areas, some abandoned areas for better, more convenient lifestyles, and just a gorgeous view, okay? And now, I believe this is Castiglione. I don't know for sure. I didn't double check that, but I believe that this is at least looking over that valley. It's all part of the province of Catania, and it's on we're going to look at the Google Earth here for a second. Actually, let's do that right. Oh, wrong one. This one. So let's look straight at Castiglione di Sicilia. It's down here near Catania, and it's on the northeast side of Mt Etna. Okay. And I don't know if you follow the news about Mt Etna right now, but we're going to browse through that in a minute. Yeah, you remember this? This is Mt Etna. And actually not so long ago, okay? So I'm not trying to scare people off. I do want you to be informed. So just letting you know. Let's see, going back to this, okay? So that right there is Mt Etna. It is I think Europe's most active volcano. I don't want to get that wrong really, but this whole area is kind of considered Castiglione di Sicilia, but in actuality, like the city is lost. There it is. The city is down over here, okay? And most of the homes are in the more historical area of it. But 900 homes, they've got to be separated here and there, you know. They might find some things out and about as well. Okay, so I believe we saw most things. Okay, let's hop to the Etna topic. So we have Etna. This is a cool blog I found, Go Etna, and you can read through, and it's literally like updated March 15, 2021, and it's talking about it was restless since 2018, lively in 2020. So basically the last year and a half, it's been really active, and this is like the 10th explosion, or there are like multiple explosions that happen. So I don't usually talk about like the natural disasters of life, but this community is really close, and we can go back and look at this again, showing you exactly, where did it go? Gotta zoom out. There it is. So the community is down off this direction. You can see the black ash marks from Etna Park, I guess, and the volcano. And you can see which areas are affected. There was reports from this website. You go down and you can actually see some of the cities that have been affected. I think you can see that, yep. And it talks about which cities have been hit. This one right here, as far as I can tell, Gyari, forgive me if I said that wrong, but seems to be the closest. There are a number of other cities right here. And I went and looked them up, but most of them are down in this area. Like this was one of them. Most of them are down on this side, and then Gyari is up here. So we're talking Castiglione di Sicilia and around to Gyari, okay? So, yeah, buy at your own risk. I'm kidding. Italy's topic of natural disasters. Oops, there's the volcano again. Italy's topic of natural disasters, whether it be earthquake or volcano, it's just there. People live here, they have lives here, and it's not like something that you've probably experienced on a regular basis, but then again, they probably don't experience tornadoes like certain areas in the Midwest would experience, okay? So, not saying you should just go jump in and grab one of these things, but honestly, based on the number of properties available, most likely a lot of them moved out because they didn't want the fear of living under the volcano. But I expect most of them was finding a better life somewhere else, you know, finding better jobs, finding better, more convenient lifestyles, transferring out of Italy completely to find a different type of life as well back in the day, okay? So there are a number of reasons why, but I expect that this is one of the reasons that there are so many homes that they think that they can sell. At the same time, I really think that most cities in Sicily probably have a decent amount of real estate for sale as well, but especially around here, this is my speculation, okay? Anyway, I wanted to show you one last thing, if I can get back to it. There is an app, okay? How to get there. There is an app in Italy. We use it for places like Milan or larger cities. Move It is something you can download. And if you traveled here, you might have used it before. The idea is you can use it to say, how do I get from here to there? And it'll tell you, take this bus, take that train, take that subway. So looking at it, you can choose your starting point and say, how do I get there? I recommend you saying you find that local airport. There's Palermo, I believe there's Catania. And then honestly, I don't know, I've never flown to Messina, but I would expect they have an airport. So Catania is seeing how, I should see if that's true. Catania airport. You could probably fly there, yeah. I don't think it's necessarily international, but you could at least make it this far, right? Yeah. So check out those flights, whatever is the best cost for you. But use this Move It app as soon as you hit Italy to find out how to get there by train. This is how to get to Castiglione di Sicilia by train from, if you're Giardini di Naxos, and you can just click and it tells you how long it takes. I know you can reach Palermo, and I know it would be a beautiful experience traveling across Sicily to get there. So anyway, that's kind of the whole topic for today, but we're going to do one more thing before you go. First of all, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to jump into comments in a minute after we do the live giveaway, the raffle ticket giveaway. And before you do that, don't forget to opt in to that live event next week. We'll also do this next week, but this is going to be in extra, okay? All right, so I'm going to prepare this guy. I think I talked about everything. And I'm going to share my screen again. DauvO's random ticket generator. Okay, so it's really still not exciting. I need to play music in the background or something, but as soon as I click this button, there will be two names that pop up that are subscribers that have, some of them have opted in. There's an actual, I didn't mention, there's a link down below. If this is your first time joining us for this and you're not sure if your subscription is public and I can see it, you should opt in. There's a I want to win the raffle ticket link down there as well. the main reason is that I can't contact you with a ticket if I don't have an email. Even if you're a YouTube subscriber, I can't do it because unless you've added your email to YouTube, which only usually happens if you have a channel that's somewhat active. So let's do it. Okay, let's just get it over with. Bam. Okay, so 2 tickets. Uno, Debbie Obertini, and the other to Adrian Pop. Okay. Some people have contacted me through Facebook, so that might not be their YouTube tag or anything. But anyway, I know who they are. I have most likely got their email. If one of these people doesn't respond to me, it'll go to another person. That's something I do behind the scenes. Okay, so let's go back to here so that I can see what I'm doing. Maybe you want to enjoy a bit of scenery while I'm setting up something else. And then maybe a bit of volcano magic. This is a really cool picture. I mean, it's a bit scary at the same time as really just amazing. Anyway, enough of that. So I'm gonna look here to see who's been writing. I see you guys can check out if you want. We're just gonna answer questions if there are any. I doubt it because I didn't really ask you to do it. But can I help you buy a one-year home? I don't do services for one-year homes. I only really do advice, okay? And that's just because of time. I can talk to you and I can give you an instructions. There are a bunch of people that do help people buy one-year homes. I'm just more of an informer. So again, no. I can help, but I'm not going to actually participate for you most likely, okay? Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. It's Go Etna and not Blow Etna. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, Catania is the closest. Thanks for that. Yeah, that's probably talking about airports, right? Cool. Thanks, you guys. Someone's got a lot of questions about the homes. Cool. As a last minute thing, I guess I can give you some things I've noticed about one-year homes for those of you who have kind of remained. I don't know how many people have checked out old school to that would be really cool, an old school to a hotel. The one-year home program is definitely real. It definitely is not for everyone. I don't think you should look at it as a this is like the frequently asked questions list of DauvO, okay? I don't think you should look at it as a way of immigrating to Italy. It's not an economic purchase, it's more of a luxury purchase, but it could be a really fun experience to buy a one-year home and say, look, this house is really old and I restored it and now it's mine. I am going to be going to Turin, just to answer that question that popped up very soon. So back for finishing off the one-year-old topic, the very, 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 very first thing you have to decide, you don't just say, I'm going to buy a one-year home. Make sure you're going to go and find the location you want to be in, okay? I know Italy's beautiful everywhere, but you don't, like for example, if you didn't know Mt Etna was there and you went and committed to a one-year home online and you didn't do your research, and then you buy it and get there and find out Mt Etna is there, active. And even though it's not disturbing your life that much, maybe some ash falls on your car every once in a while. I don't know how it is there. I know there have been pictures, and if you go to that link, you'll see pictures of ash in the streets and all that kind of stuff. Kind of a daily life thing or like every once in a while thing for them. But you do need to do your homework. So make sure you select the location you can enjoy first. Find a community that's offering it in that location, that area or region or lifestyle that you want to match with. If there's not so many things beachside, there's some things that get close, like Itala, but yeah, those are my thoughts on one-year homes. Anyway, thanks you guys. It's been a while since I've been here. It's really fun to be back and see. We have 45 viewers at this exact moment and more than 200 playbacks since we started about 20 minutes ago. So that's really cool. It goes up every single time. Brindisi. Brindisi is close to where I often go. So that's actually a cool idea. I haven't spent that much time in Brindisi actually. Asti, I have friends from Asti, so that would be cool to check out. I'll tell you what, the very first trip I'm going to go, if you don't know this, you should subscribe to Super Savvy Travelers YouTube channel because she is going to be, she's in Italy, from what I understand. If she made it, or she should be, she's arriving. So if she's arrived, and if I can make it down there, we're gonna make videos together. So that should be fun. Thanks, Noriko. Yes, you can arrive at Catania Airport. There you go, she's arrived. Yep, Noriko follows both of us. So Chris is there. Thanks for adding that. There are places for horses. Oh, you mean, so the €1 homes, something to add about them is typically they're in the historical center, which means most likely there's not even a garden. There's probably not a garden. There's probably not a garage. There's probably not a easy access most of the time. But it doesn't mean every time. Like there was one in oh, I forgot the name. Cantiano in Le Marche that had just it was out in the middle of the mountains and had a garden around it, and you could pick something up. But most likely, if you need enough space for a horse anyway, you're gonna have to buy an extra lot because these things are being, in Italian, I think they'd say spezzato. They're being separated and sold off in small chunks, no? And so, yeah, you could find something most likely more affordable outside the €1 home program in the countryside. And if I hear of anything, I usually recently I started throwing real estate deals that I know about on just a few of them so far, but anyone that contacts me with them, they'll go on my website at thedavo.com/property. So if I find anything, I put it there just to help out. Anyway, that's it for now. Again, if your names were called, and I don't remember what they are, but if your names were called, I'll get in contact with you if I have your email. If you know that I don't have your email, let me know. And that's it for now. Thanks, you guys. See you next week.